Okay, we are doing a craft for Thailand. We're making little mini umbrellas out of paper, actually coffee filters, toothpicks, paint for decorating, this little dowel, and some tape. So, but before we do that, on the last video, if you watched the video where I talked about the handout, I mentioned that I wanted to show a picture of the canals in the city of Bangkok, which is a big city in Thailand, where they sometimes have markets on the canals, on the water, where you can walk up to the boats and buy fruits and vegetables and fish and things. So I want to screen share that really quickly, because it looks cool. All right, so here we go. There is a picture of, look at these people on boats with all their things to sell. You can go up and buy them. So that's all. I just wanted to show a quick picture of that. All right, let's get to our craft. So we need, I put some coffee filters in your bag. I put brown and white. You only need one. I put a couple dowels. You can make more. You could make a bunch. If you were going to maybe say hang them from the ceiling or something, you could use string instead of dowels. I gave you 2 dowels, but you can do different things. So first of all, we're going to take a coffee filter, and this doesn't quite look like an umbrella to me because it's got the flat top and the wavy bottoms. If you like it this way, that's fine. But what I did was I crinkled it up and then flattened it back out. And then that got rid of that wavy bit. It makes this nice thin paper, like the umbrellas would be close to the paper of the umbrellas that they actually have in Thailand. All right, so after that, you're going to want to decorate this. So a lot of people in class just used markers to decorate this, which then you don't have to wait for it to dry. So the next step is going to depend on how you want to decorate. So for instance, I did paint. So for painting, you might want to put together the whole thing first and then paint it, so that you don't have to wait for it to dry to assemble it. But if you want to, or you can, it doesn't matter, or you can use markers, you can decorate it first and then assemble it. So that is up to you. So I'm going to show you how I assembled it, and we had some different ways in class that are completely great. Mine is just the way I thought to do it, but you can do however you want. So the basic idea is that we want to stick our dowel to the center of this coffee filter. Okay, here is what I did. If you come up with a better idea, fantastic, do that. One of the students' parents helped them hot glue it to the center. That is great. What I did was I took this dowel and took a piece of tape and stuck it on the bottom so that I can stick this part of the tape on to the coffee filter so that I have some hanging over. So I find the middle and stick that on so that there's tape on the coffee filter and tape on my dowel. And then I'm going to roll that around so that it is hugging the dowel there. Okay, now I want to do that probably 3 more times. I'm going to make an X shape with my tape and my dowel. So now I have that. So you can do a couple ways. You can put all your tape on first and have it bent up so that you set it down. This is a little tricky. You get your tape between your dowel and onto your coffee filter. You may not have any trouble with this at all, or it might be a little tricky. Okay, so I've got 2 of them on there now. And this is a little flimsy. So I want, and if you like it like this, that is perfectly fine. I wanted to give mine a little structure. So I just taped some toothpicks on here to give it a little more shape, make it a little sturdier. So I did a triangle shape around the center and then had toothpicks coming out. I could have even added more. It flops down on the sides. I could add 6 toothpicks coming out. This is completely up to you. And like I said, people in class did all sorts of different ways. One of the students did just toothpicks going out in a star shape like this, which works. It makes it a little sturdier, but for me, it still flops down. So if I were going to do that, I might then add more toothpicks around the tops to give it a little more frame. So that is up to you. So just lay those toothpicks down on the table how you want them and tape over top of them. And that is really all there is to making our little umbrellas. Someday I want to figure out how to do full-size umbrellas that we can paint like they actually do in Thailand. But that is it. I would love to see what you come up with.